Hey guys, it's your boy M6 the object thingy here. Well, what is you guys' opinions in the rebrand? I bet it was good. You guys think it was a good idea. So anyways, I decided to do this video to give you guys some answers to some questions that you guys might probably have about the rebrand. Why did I decide to do the rebrand? Why is my handle still Ricardo Medina 11 even though I changed my name to M6, my channel name? Why did I choose the name M6 the object thingy? Why did I change the OC? And what is gonna be the future of my channel? Well, I'll answer all the questions that you guys have, and you guys will find out more. So yeah, let's start. So it's time to answer the first question. Why did I decide to do the rebrand? Changing my name and pretty much do a whole rebrand. This had to do with a lot of factors, more notably this one. It was mostly to, do a transition to 2024 to 2025 to 2026. Because 2024 and 2025 were considered, in the logo community were considered less than stellar years. They were not, in my opinion, they were, normal years. But I feel like for my friends on the logo community, they were like bad years. And 2020, and people are wanting that 2026 could be a good year. I understand the reasons, but to be honest, to me, I don't really care much about the reasons because, overall, most of the stuff that happened pretty much didn't really affect the year overall. More notably 2025. 2025, got all the bad things even when it was almost ending. So yeah, people are blaming 2025 even though it was almost about to end. So people wanted it to be over already. So because of the issues of 2025, more notably 2025, the 2024 issues weren't really as much, but more notably the 2025 issues, literally caused me to do this rebrand. Another reason that I have to say is pretty much while trying to search my YouTube channel. That always has been an issue in the YouTube career. Trying to search my YouTube channel. There's just a bunch of Ricardo Medina named channels, and that always has been an issue to me because some people might actually, notably, my family members will confuse, my YouTube channel with other people's channels, and that's what I don't like. I needed to do this rebrand mostly so I can stand up and pretty much just have a different name. And thus, people having different names, tend to be, less likely to be cloned. And pretty much if you have more subscribers, then that's a good thing because you pretty much be, more noticed than others, to say the least. And one small reason is mostly because of the logo community, because I wanted to do a full-on OSC change. Not saying that I will quit on logo community. No. Something that's for sure. I have some bad news, which is, as for logo content, I will no longer be making new logo content, unfortunately. And I don't want you guys being confused and saying that I will quit the logo community. No. As for new logo content, there won't be no more. I will just try to finish, the logo community of paper photos that I made. Something that's for sure. Some shows, more notably Super Character Elimination Season 15, The Immortals, which is, in its alternative ending, the upcoming Super Character Elimination Ricardo's version, and animated DHXBS War won't be affected on this because first, animated DHXBS World is animated, and Super Character Elimination series that I made, are mostly object shows, so pretty much those shows won't get affected at all. And also not saying you guys that I'm gonna cancel my logo shows. No, that's not gonna happen, everyone. It's just that I will most likely focus, in the future, morely on OSC content, that's for sure. And if I want to make new logo paper cutout projects, maybe I can do them in the future, but only time will tell, I'm telling you. Now it's time for the next question. Why is my handle still Ricardo Medina 11 despite the change? There's a ton of reasons of why I'm gonna keep, the handle of Ricardo Medina 11, so I'm gonna explain you guys, so pay attention. First off, it's my legal name. Second, I don't really want people to get confused about who am I even subscribed to, and I just want to keep the handle so that people know that that the one that they're still subscribed to, it's me, Ricardo Medina. And I know there's the banner which confirms that I'm still Ricardo Medina, but I still want to keep the handle so to do the double check. And the third reason is the most important one. Third, archiving on Wayback Machine. I know that my channel is archived, but what would be the point of just not switching the handle? Is there a problem? Well, it's simple. If you can see from this footage, you can clearly see my handle, and look at the archives that there is. As you can see, there's a bunch of archives on a handle, and yep, it's simple, and there's just a lot of ways that you can use this to archive my videos. So yeah, it's easy, it's simple, and yep, that's why I'm pretty much not gonna change it. And also a tiny fun fact, here over there, there, look at this link. This one is they're very different to my handle, but this is my older videos where they get archived. See, 2021, 2022. I see more older videos of mine get archived here. So if you want to see if them are archived, or at least see my old channel back then, here's the link. Yeah. So yeah, I know that I have two links and two ways that I pretty much can check. If to see if the older videos of mine that are to see if they are archived. But I don't really want to get people confused and having a hard time me after changing the handle. So those were the three small reasons, but still important, of why I will keep this handle, the Ricardo Medina 11. Okay, so it's now time for the next question. Why did you choose the name M6 the object thingy? Well, it's simple. I decided to do the change of the name to the M6 the object thingy. It's mostly because one, there was some users that used to name themselves insert name the object thingy, and not gonna I wanted to inspired by the good old days. And also because I wanted to show my focus on the object show community side, so pretty much that was why I decided to name myself the object thingy. And now I'm gonna explain why did I decide to change my OC, which is on the next question. Why did I change my OC? Well, for various reasons. I had my Ricardo Medina OC for a long time already, and to be honest, I kind of wanted to have a change a little bit, you know. And the problems of 2025 and the rebrand were the exact excuse to finally change my OC after a long time. And why did I choose M6? It mostly because it was cool. I'm not gonna lie, that TV channel, despite me not watching it because it's a French TV channel, I actually decided to use that as my new OC and seeing if you guys will like it at least. So yeah, that's why I decided to choose M6 as my new OC that can represent me, instead of some people calling it a CN ripoff. I'm looking at you channel. And by the way, that's not a reason why did I change it. It's not because of being a CN ripoff. It was so I can get a change for 2026. Okay, so it's now time for the last question. What is gonna be the future of this channel? Well, everything will most likely stay intact. Story times are still gonna continue. I will obviously still do object shows. I will still do gameplays in an Animax playstyle or more. I will still do reaction videos, as in Animax reacts and sometimes even M6 reacts. I'm gonna explain in the future how is that gonna work. About live streams, I feel like I have to wait until 2027 cause YouTube will no longer let me do live stream because I was worried about the verification thing getting to me. I need to change the date where I was born because I was lying about my age. Then I completely I misunderstood everything. I only had to verify that it was me that I was doing the change, not my age or anything. So yeah, unfortunately can no longer do live streams. until I'm 16, so wait for 2027. And I will continue doing my logo shows, but those are not going to be the main focus of my channel, like I said. In exception of, well, the three shows that I mentioned which are totally unrelated. And now, I'm gonna do something special to at least finish a little bit for this video. Which is, I'm gonna reveal the shows that I'm still gonna be working on it, and some of them that are gonna still be in production and still that are upcoming. How is that gonna work? Well, it's simple. Pay attention well to the down thing that is green. And I haven't mentioned this, but this is, well, gonna be a tiny, well, a big slideshow which will contain about, well, all the shows that I'm still, well, still planning, still doing, and still upcoming. So anyways, there's gonna be this green thing which will show, well, how, well, let me explain and pay attention. In the left side of the green thing, there's gonna be, well, the title of the show, about which show I do. And pay attention to the next part. The right part will depend. If it's a show that was already made, the right part will show, well, of the last episode and, well, the release date of the next episode. But if it's an upcoming show, it will just say upcoming show. But if it says possible upcoming show, there's just a slight chance that, well, the show might get cancelled due to lack of updates. Also, already finished shows might not get included here because, you know, they're finished. For example, Hulu's House of Night Adventures or the original version of Battle for the Switch OLED. And also, if a show that doesn't appear here that I made, it means for any of these reasons. 1. They are cancelled shows. 2. They're getting a future remaster, remake, or reboot. 3. A combination of 1 and 2. I mean, cancelled shows but getting a, well, reboot. And 4, which is unlikely, that's for sure, don't expect any of this to, well, happen. But I unlikely might have forgotten, well, to add a show. And 5 shows that are, well, probably about to come out way on the future, so they might not be featured or might have, well, just forgotten it, so yeah. And don't worry, if a show doesn't get featured well in this presentation, then don't worry, there's a 50% chance or maybe a 70% chance that they might be retaken. But just think this of a 30, 50, or 70% chance. It's either of those, well, 3 percentages. So with that out of the way, enjoy, well, the thing. So, what do you guys think about that tiny surprise? I mean, I bet you it was cool. So, yeah, these are gonna be, well, the shows that I'm gonna continue. And about the shows that I'm not gonna continue, or at least didn't mention in this presentation, I'm gonna do a separate video, explaining, which of the reasons, well, they didn't even appear in the presentation or might not be continued. And also, if a show that doesn't appear in the upcoming video that, well, it's me explaining about the reasons, it means that they're gonna be on a possible remaster, remake, or reboot. Any of those. So that's something that you should keep in mind, because if you're a fan of my shows, all of them with no exceptions, then you must know what if I don't include, well, a show, it must be because there's a possible remaster, remake, or reboot. So keep that in mind. But yeah, looks like I already finished, well, the questions that you guys have and that tiny surprise that I did. So yeah, anyways, thank you guys for watching, well, of me while explaining the reasons why that I decided to become M6 the object thingy. This video literally took forever to make, but yeah, hopefully you guys show that support by hitting the like button and subscribe button if you haven't already. So yeah, and see you guys, well, in my future shows and clips and, well, more stuff in my channel. So anyways, thank you guys for watching and see you guys later.